The secret lives of creepy crawlies. Let's dive in. The spider that chases humans? Exposing the truth about the camel spider. Why does this desert dweller chase humans? It's not a scene from a horror film, it's just a typical day in the desert with one of nature's most misunderstood creatures. Camel spiders aren't true spiders. They're in a different group called solifugae and don't make silk or venom, plus they have distinct body segmentation and large jaws. They are actually more closely related to scorpions. Camel spiders, despite their daunting appearance and blistering speed, aren't chasing you to bite or harm. These arachnids, which can dash up to 10 miles per hour, are actually after something far simpler, your shadow. In the scorching desert heat, your moving shadow is a blissful oasis of coolness. So the next time a camel spider races your way, remember it's not personal. They're just looking for a little shade. Weirdest spider ever. Meet the cartwheel arachnid. A desert spider, specifically known as the wheel spider or flick-flack spider, rolls as a primary defense mechanism to escape predators by quickly tumbling down sand dunes, using its legs as paddles to propel itself, essentially performing cartwheels to blur its outline and confuse potential attackers. This is why mosquitoes love you. If your mosquito bites swell up like balloons, you're not alone. Let's dive into why that happens. Mosquito bites are more than just annoying. Did you know only female mosquitoes bite? They need your blood to develop their eggs. And here's a fun fact. Mosquitoes have been around since the time of the dinosaurs. But why do their bites itch so much? When a mosquito bites, it injects saliva into your skin. This saliva contains proteins that prevent your blood from clotting. Your body sees these proteins as invaders and releases histamines, causing that infamous itch. And get this, some people are more attractive to mosquitoes than others. Research shows mosquitoes are drawn to body heat, carbon dioxide, and even certain body odors. Should the US be worried? This is going to blow your mind. Did you know the Asian giant hornet is not just big, but also incredibly dangerous? Let's find out why. It is the world's largest hornet species. Native to various parts of East Asia, including Japan, South Korea, China, and some regions of Southeast Asia. In 2020, these hornets made their way to the Pacific Northwest. The New York Times referred to them as murder hornets. In the Pacific Northwest, Asian giant hornets aggressively target honeybee colonies, decapitating bees and taking their larvae for food. Their stingers can reach up to 5 centimeters in length, and they have a wingspan of around 7.5 centimeters. Unlike honeybees, Asian giant hornets can sting multiple times. Their stings are extremely painful, and their venom contains potent neurotoxins which can cause severe allergic reactions in some people. What bees actually do? Do you love honey but have no idea how it's made? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, picture this. A busy bee zips from flower to flower collecting nectar. But what happens next? The bee stores this nectar in its honey stomach. Yes, they have a special stomach just for nectar. Back at the hive, the bee passes the nectar to another worker bee through a process called regurgitation. Pause, chuckle. Sounds gross, but trust me, it's amazing. This second bee chews the nectar for about half an hour. During this time, enzymes break down the nectar into simple sugars. Then the nectar is spread into the honeycombs. Here's the cool part. Bees fan the nectar with their wings to evaporate water, thickening it into honey. Finally, they seal the honeycomb with beeswax to keep it fresh. So, next time you drizzle honey on your toast, remember the incredible journey from flower to hive. Isn't nature sweet? This caterpillar outsmarted ants? Usually ants prey on weak caterpillars, but the chalk-hill blue caterpillar flips the script. When this caterpillar encounters an ant, it releases a drop of sweet liquid from its back. As the ant enjoys the treat, the caterpillar mimics the sounds of a queen ant, while simultaneously releasing pheromones similar to hers. Deceived by this act, the ant rescues the caterpillar, mistaking it for a queen, and carries it back to the nest. Once inside, the caterpillar infiltrates the deepest parts of the nest and begins devouring ant larvae. For 6 months, it feasts relentlessly, consuming thousands of larvae while growing 100 times its size before spinning a cocoon. A year later, the chalk-hill blue butterfly emerges, ready to continue the cycle by laying its eggs near another ant nest. Ants are 5,000 times stronger than you think.
You need to hear this if you're a fan of nature's marvels. Ever pondered how the tiniest creatures pack the mightiest punches? Let's talk about ants. Picture this, an ant, no bigger than a crumb, scurrying around with a leaf that towers over it like a skyscraper. Seems impossible, right? Well, ants are nature's power lifters. Thanks to their muscle structure, ants can lift and carry objects that are up to 5,000 times their own body weight. That's like you lifting 6 double-decker buses. But wait, there's more to these tiny titans. It's not all about solo strength, it's also about teamwork. Ants are known for their incredible coordination. Working together, they can move objects even larger and heavier, all by forming organized groups and literally pulling their weight. So next time you see an ant at a picnic, remember, you're looking at one of the mightiest creatures on Earth.
The untold story of the termite queen. Meet the queen of termites, who lays 1 egg every 3 seconds. That's over 10 million eggs in a year. The termites take great care of their queen, but when the queen stops laying eggs, all the termites begin to lick her body together. They lick so vigorously that they drain all the fluid from her body, and eventually they start consuming her lifeless body. Why? Because the queen's body contains a lot of nitrogen, which the termites don't want to waste. The headless fly phenomenon explained. Ever witnessed flies accidentally losing their heads? The peculiar habit of flies decapitating themselves is more common than you might think. Flies engage in routine activities like cleaning food residues from their legs by briskly rubbing their hands. However, due to the swift movements, they sometimes inadvertently twist or detach their heads. But flies aren't even aware when they've lost their heads. They just carry on with their buzzing business, unaware of their sudden cranial separation. Flies survive without their heads for a short while. Their vital respiratory system resides in their abdomen, but without their heads they can't feed or see. So while they might put up a valiant fight, it's inevitable. They'll meet their end sooner rather than later. R.I.P. little fly. The fighting beetle explained.
Rhinoceros beetles are among the largest beetles in the world, with some species reaching lengths of up to 6 inches. Horn size matters. The males feature distinctive horn-like structures on their heads. They use their prominent horns not only for combat but also to attract females by displaying their strength and dominance. Male rhinoceros beetles are known for their fierce battles, particularly during the breeding season. These fights are primarily over access to females. When 2 male beetles encounter each other, they engage in combat by using their horns to push, lift, or flip their opponent. These fights can be intense, with the objective of flipping the rival beetle onto its back, rendering it defenseless. The lifespan of adult rhino beetles typically ranges from a few weeks to a few months, during which their primary focus is finding mates and reproducing. Rhino beetles are found in various parts of the world, primarily in tropical and subtropical regions, and they play an essential ecological role by breaking down decaying wood.
Which animal surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments.